Do you think I'm going to let you drive in your condition? His voice is still indignant. What condition? What about my truck? I complained. I'll have Alice drop it off after school. He was towing me toward his car now, pulling me by my jacket. It was all I could do to keep from falling backward. He'd probably just drag me along anyway if I did. Let go, I insisted. He ignored me. I staggered along sideways across the wet sidewalk until we reached a Volvo. Then he finally freed me. I stumbled against the passenger door. You are so pushy, I grumbled. It's open, was all he responded. He got on the driver's side. I am perfectly capable of driving myself home. I stood by the car, fuming. It was raining harder now, and I'd never put my hood up, so my hair was dripping down my back. He lowered the automatic window and leaned toward me across the street. Get in, Bella. I didn't answer him. I was mentally calculating my chances of reaching the truck before he could catch me. I had to admit, they weren't good. I'll just drag you back, he threatened, guessing my plan. I tried to maintain what dignity I could as long as I got into his car. It wasn't very successful. I looked like a half-drowned cat, and my boots squeaked. This is completely unnecessary, I said stiffly. This is completely unnecessary, I said stiffly. He didn't answer. He fiddled with the controls, turning the heater up and the music down. As he pulled out of the parking lot, I was preparing to give him the silent treatment, my face in full pout mode. But then I recognized the music playing, and my curiosity got to the better of me. Claire de Lune? I asked surprised. You know Debussy? I was going to make a joke, but I'm not going to. He sounded surprised too. Not well, I admitted. My mother played a lot of classical music around the house. I only know my favorites. It's one of my favorites too. He stared out through the rain, lost in thought. I listened to the music, relaxing against the light gray leather seat. It was impossible not to respond to the familiar, soothing melody. The rain blurred everything outside the window into gray and green smudges. I began to realize we were driving very fast. The car moving so steadily. Hang on. Stop. It was impossible not to respond. The rain blurred everything outside the window into gray and green smudges. I began to realize we were driving very fast. The car moving so steadily, so evenly, though, I didn't really feel the speed. Only the town flashing by gave it away. What is your mother like? He asked suddenly. Me suddenly. I glanced over to see him studying me with curious eyes. She's a lot like me, but she's prettier, I said. He raised his eyebrows. I have too much Charlie in me. She's more outgoing than I am, and braver. She's irresponsible and slightly eccentric, and she's a very unpredictable cook. She's my best friend. I stopped. Talking about her was making me depressed. How old are you, Bella? His voice sounded frustrated for some reason I couldn't imagine. He'd stopped the car, and I realized we were at Charlie's house already. The rain was so heavy that I could barely see the house at all. It was like the car was submerged under the river. I'm 17, I responded, a little confused. You don't seem 17. His tone was reproachful. It made me laugh. What? He asked, curious again. My mom always says I was born 35 years old, and I get more middle-aged every year. I laughed and then sighed. What? He asked again, curious again. What? He asked, curious again. My mom says I was born 35 years old, and I get more middle-aged every year. I laughed and then sighed. Well, somebody has to be the adult, I paused for a second. You don't seem like a junior in high school yourself, I noted. He made a face and changed the subject. So why did your mother marry Phil? I was surprised he would remember the name. I mentioned it just once, almost 2 months ago. It took me a moment to answer. My mother. She's very young for her age. I think Phil makes her feel even younger. At any rate, she's crazy about him. I shook my head. The attraction was a mystery to me. Do you approve? He asked. Does it matter? I countered. I want her to be happy, and he is who she wants. That's very generous. I wonder, he mused. That's very generous. ... I wonder, he mused. What? Would she extend the same courtesy to you think? No matter what your choice is? He was suddenly intent, his eyes searching mine. I think so, I stuttered. But she's a parent, after all. It's all different. Is no one too scary, then? He teased. I grinned in response. What do you mean by scary? Multiple facial piercings and extensive tattoos? That's one definition, I suppose. What's your definition? But he ignored my question and asked me another. Do you think I could be scary? He raised one eyebrow, and a faint trace of a smile lightened his face. I thought for a moment, wondering whether the truth or a lie would go over better. I just had to go with the truth. I think he could be, if he wanted to. Are you frightened of me now? The smile vanished, and his heavenly face was silently serious. No, but I answered too quickly. The smile returned. So now are you going to tell me about your family? I asked to distract him. It's got to be a bunch more interesting in my story than mine. He was instantly cautious. What do you want to know? The Collins adopted you? I verified. Yes. I hesitated for a moment. What happened to you? What happened to your parents? They died many years ago. His tone was a matter of fact. I'm sorry. I don't really remember them that clearly. Carlisle and Esme had been my parents for a long time now. And he loved them. It wasn't a question. It was obvious in the way that he spoke of them. Yes. I couldn't imagine he smiled. I couldn't imagine two better people. You're very lucky. I know I am. And your brother and sister? He glanced at the clock on the dashboard. My brother and sister, and Jasmine Rosalie for that matter, are going to be quite upset if they have to stand in the rain waiting for me. My brother and sister, and Jasmine Rosalie for that matter, are going to be quite upset if they have to stand in the rain waiting on me. Oh, sorry. I guess you have to go. I didn't want to get out of the car. And you probably want your truck back before Chief Swan gets home, so you don't have to tell him about the biology incident. And you probably want your truck back before Chief Swan gets home, so you don't have to tell him about the biology incident. He grinned at me. I'm sure he's already heard. There are no secrets in forks. He laughed, and there was an edge to his laughter. Have fun at the beach. Good weather for sunbathing. He glanced out at the sheeting rain. Won't I see you tomorrow? No. I meant night, starting the weekend early. What are you going to go do? What are you going to do? If Frank had asked that, right? I hope that the disappointment wasn't too apparent in my voice. We're going to be hiking in the Goat Rocks Wilderness, just south of Rainier. I remember Charlie had said the Collins went camping frequently. Oh, well, have fun. I tried to sound enthusiastic. I don't think I fooled him, though. A smile was playing around the edge of his lips. Will you do something for me this weekend? He turned to look at me straight in the face, utilizing the full power of his burning gosher eyes. Gold eyes. I nodded helplessly. Don't be offended, but you seem to be one of those people who just attract magnets like an accident. So, try not to fall into the ocean or get run over anything. Or get run over or anything. Alright? He smiled crookedly. The helplessness had faded as he spoke. I glared at him. I'll see what I can do. I snapped as I jumped out of the rain. I slammed the door behind me with excessive force. He was still smiling as he drove away. Holy crap. And what I said, that was a long video. That was a 48 minutes. Fuck, read. Shit, all sticks. The next chapter will be chapter 6, entitled Scary Stories. I don't know when I'm going to read it. I might try to read it for you guys tonight, but it probably won't be tonight. I have no idea. But, see how long chapter 6 is. Get ready for another long chapter. Because chapter 6 is from pages 110 to 129. I'm bad at math, but I think that's like 19 pages. So yet again, another long story chapter read. And this is the end of the video. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a like, share, and subscribe. And on a side note, if you guys, my videos will be a lot higher quality once I get a laptop, once these damn income taxes come back. Because I will be getting a Lenovo laptop. DreamPad, I think it is. Or I might be getting a different one. I'm not sure yet. But I'll be able to live stream. So that'd be cool. And I will see you guys in the next one because I'm rambling. Daves-Raves out.